Hello everybody, Luther for Life here, bringing you guys a very interesting deck that you probably saw the title and thought, I'm gonna instantly dislike this because any deck above 40 cards is immediately bad, end of story, no questions asked. Well, I love this deck a lot. It's a lot of fun. It's 55 cards, yeah. I counted. I actually double checked just before I started recording this, and yep, 55 cards to the dot. It works surprisingly well, okay. I have hardly ever bricked. I got 15th at the OTS on Saturday at my locals. It was 50 people, so 15 out of 50. I feel pretty proud of that. That's, I think, the highest I ever got in an OTS that I actually finished. And it's a lot of fun to play. Like, don't knock it till you try it, guys, okay? Now, this deck, I'm going to say, it really doesn't have that many problems. I like how it works. I've hardly ever bricked. I bricked once, and I still won. I was doing against, what was I doing against? I think I was doing against Dracopals. Yeah, Dracopals. I was doing against Dracopals, and I bricked, and I still ended up winning the total match. That game, though, not so much. But anyways, this deck's a lot of fun to play, and I recommend building Phantom Knights in general. The deck is a lot of fun to play. It's different from how other decks play right now, and I'm going to stop rambling and get onto the deck profile because this is going to be a long one. Now then, first and foremost, I play 3 of the Ancient Cloak. This guy, he's a searcher. He has an attack gaining effect for your other Phantom Knights or frag any dark monster. Because of this guy, I'm going to say this now, he's won me a lot of games with that attack increase, because just being able to punch over stuff that you normally wouldn't be able to, or get in that last bit of damage, or heck, even just being able to get in that last bit of damage while you're in time in its last round. That was a lot of fun. Anyways, he's a searcher. He searches out any Phantom Knight card, but however, it has to be phrased as the Phantom Knights. So he can't search out most of the spells and traps. He can search out 2 of them, but he can't search out all of them, which is pretty annoying. Now then, 3 of the Phantom Knight of Swift Silent Boots. I don't know why I wanted to call him Swift Boots, but he's Silent Boots. And anyways, this guy, he searches out the spells by banishing himself. By the way, Ancient Cloak has to banish himself to search. Now then, however, if you have a Phantom Knight, you can just plop him onto the field. It's a special summon. Very nice, just being able to go into instantly and exceeds. A really good card. Hey, just simply one of the reasons why this deck works so well as a 55 card deck is because of how much searching and consistency this deck has, not to mention random milling, which is something that I'm normally against, but it works so well. Now then, 3 Phantom Knights of the Rag Gloves. Basically, this guy, if he's used for an Exceed summon for a Dark Exceed monster, its attack is increased by 1,000. So you go for Break Sword, he becomes 3,000, which is really, really good. He's just a really good monster in general. Not only that, but also this guy, if he's in the graveyard, you can banish him, send a Phantom Knight card from your deck to the graveyard. That could be anything, monster, spell, trap, whatever. It's really, really nice. Now for a Phantom Knight that very few people play, and I don't understand why. That is Phantom Knight Fragile Armor. So nobody plays this for some reason. I don't know why. So if a Phantom Knight you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can spell summon Fragile Armor from your hand. If this guy is in your graveyard, you can banish him, send a Phantom Knight from your, you discard a Phantom Knight from your hand, draw 1 card. So not only does he maintain field advantage for you, okay, so like let's say your opponent Dark Hole is your Break Sword effect activates, you chain this guy, oh look at that, you got 3 level 4s. But he also generates more advantage by just being able to get stuff in your graveyard, which can trigger their effects and everything. It's just really nice. He's kind of like a mini draw engine. And generally speaking, you want him in the graveyard ASAP, but however, he's also nice for just being able to maintain field advantage. Now then, excuse me by the way, 3 Speedroid Terratop. Yes, I'm playing a bit of a Speedroid variant. I have some of my own tech choices in here as well. But however, Terratop, he's a really good monster. He's a Cyber Dragon, so if you don't have anything out on your field, you can just plop him onto the field, search out a Speedroid. It's really nice. And generally speaking, the Speedroid you're going to search out is Tekentenborg. Basically, if you control a wind monster, you can special summon him. So generally speaking, you're going to summon out Terratop, search him, special summon him. Tekentenborg also has another effect where you can tribute him off, summon out a Speedroid tuner from your deck, but for the rest of that turn you can't summon anything. It's for wind monsters. I've actually done that a few times and it's won me a few games, but it's really nice to simply have options. He's a really good monster in general. I play 3 Crane. It took me forever, but I realized that it's a pun. Okay, it's a crane. That's also a crane. The crane is in the machine and the crane is in the bird. You gotta really get a good look at the artwork. But anyways, Crane is a really good monster. You summon him out, you get special summon any level 3 from your graveyard, and then go for an Xyz. It's a really good monster. My only real gripe with it is that it negates the monster's effect that you bring out with him. So if you try to bring back like Terror Top, you don't get Terror Top's searching effect, which is pretty annoying. But however, hey, it's an instant Xyz, so it's nice. 2 Card Trooper. This guy, he's the poor man's Dante. And heck, even if I had Dante, I'd still be playing him. Because not only do you get to mill 3 cards, but you get to draw a card if he's destroyed. Also, if you special summon him off of Crane, you can mill for cost. You just won't get the attack boost, which is really nice and has actually won me a few games. I like this card a lot in the deck. Now for my one-ofs, I play 1 Phantom Knight of Cloven Helm. I used to play him at 3, then I dropped him down to 2 because he's good at 1. He's not a very great monster. Every time a Phantom Knight you control or in your hand it goes to the graveyard, he gets 500 more attack points, but it happens once a turn. So it's not like you can just discard your whole hand, he jumps up to 5,000 attack per game. However, that attack boost is still nice. I think I got him to like 3,000 one time, but it doesn't happen very often. He has another effect in graveyard where you can banish him, add any Phantom Knight card from your graveyard back to your hand during the end phase. It's nice to be able to recur Break Sword, but that's about all you really use it for, is to get back Break Sword to your extra deck. 1 Mathematician because he's really good. And then 1 Red-Eye Dice and 1 Tri Dice. Just for options, this guy lets me go into other things other than Kendama. And Tri Dice lets me go into Kodama. That's the reasoning. It's really nice. Also, Tri Dice is another level 3, so you can go into just about any Xyz or level 6 Synchro, and I don't know why, but for some reason my camera was focusing on this dot. I don't know why, but anyways, Tri Dice is really good. He's a level 3, so he has synergy by going into rank 3s or level 6 Synchros. Also, he's a Necro Guardian verbatim, but he's a tuner, which is really nice. Now onto the spells. I play 3 Twin Twister. I feel like it's mandatory in this deck, just simply because back row is a pain for Phantom Knights and for Speedroids in general, for both decks actually. And so I feel like that Twin Twister really helps out the deck a lot. It gets stuff in your graveyard that you want to have in your graveyard. It can just trigger all your plays and everything. It's really good in the deck. 3 Reasoning. I think this is one of the reasons why I can get away with playing 55 cards. Not gonna lie. So, Speedroids and freaking Phantom Knights both already do a lot of searching and a lot of special summoning and a lot of milling. This just helps you do it. Now, the only downside is that once your opponent knows what you're playing, or if they know you and they know what you're playing, like because they know you built the deck, they're gonna call 3. Okay, now what's funny is that you do have 4 level 4s, so sometimes you'll reveal one of those and they'll be like, what? Which can actually help out quite a bit. But generally speaking, you don't care if your Phantom Knights go to the graveyard. It does kind of suck whenever like any of your Speedroids, except for Triad Dice, get sent to the graveyard, and your Cranes and your Mathematicians. But for the most part, this card is way too good not to have in here. The Phantom Knight spell and trap cards don't care about being in a graveyard. Heck, they want to be in a graveyard because almost all of them are Monster Reborns. It's just really nice. Now then, for the spells I play 2 of. 2 Phantom Knights Spear. I kind of like how they just have that, like, Phantom Knight's Spear. Anyways, so this card, it's pretty decent. I was playing 3, I bumped it down to 2 because it just wasn't all that great at 3. So what this does is, while it's on the field, it's considered a spell card, by the way, if you can't tell, is that every time one of your Phantom Knights is targeted by a card effect, your opponent takes 500 damage. Now, that's not really that big of a deal, and really, honestly, I've never gotten it off except for one time when somebody gets dealt my Break Sword. What you do want to have it for is its engrave effect, where if a dark monster you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can destroy this card instead. And it can protect multiples if like a dark hole or torrential is going on. So if like your opponent dark holes, and you have like 4 dark monsters out and a wind, you can banish this. All your dark monsters will be saved, but your wind will die. It's a really good card, and I like it a lot. It saved my Break Sword. I kind of treat this deck kind of like a Protect a Castle, where a Break Sword is the castle and you want to protect him. Generally speaking, especially when you don't have any Phantom Knights at the same levels in your grave. Then here's one of my tech choices that I just kind of threw in as a joke, but it actually has won me a game. So this is Veil of Darkness. So if you guys don't know what this thing is, during your draw phase, if you draw a dark monster, you can reveal it, send it to the graveyard, draw again. And you can keep doing this over and over and over and over. It's kind of like Hard the Underdog, but for darks, and it sends them to the graveyard. And this can fill up your graveyard so incredibly fast. It's also becomes a bit of an MST target for your opponent because they don't want you to draw, and it's just so good. It actually won me a game because I got so much stuff in my graveyard after drawing. I like this card a lot. It's a fun little tech choice. Now then, for spells I play one Speed Recover. It's a monster reborn for Speedroids. One Rhoda, you know, just kind of self-obligatory, and then good old Force Burial, again, self-explanatory. And you need these two cards. This is just nice for being able to actually, you know, go for more Xyz and synchro plays. Now then, that is it for the spells. 3 Phantom Knight's Fogblade. So this is honestly probably the best trap in the deck. So this is a Phoenix Chain, but it's searchable, and it has a Monster Reborn effect. It is really good. The only downside is that you can't attack the monster that you Fogblade, which is kind of annoying, but it's still really nice just because it's searchable, and it is a Phoenix Chain. It saved my butt a lot, and it's just a really good card. I play 3 Phantom Knight's Sword. Basically, this card increases a monster that you target it with by 800 attack, and if it would be destroyed, you can destroy this card instead. Also, by the way, these two also have the same engrave effect where you can banish it, special summon a Phantom Knight from your graveyard, banish it when it leaves the field. Same thing with this card right here, Phantom Knight's Wing. It has the same engrave effect, but what's nice about this card is that whenever you activate it, you target a card you control, sorry, any monster on the field, even one of your opponent's monsters. I don't know why you would, but you can. And basically, it gains 500 attack permanently, and until the end of the turn, it cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects once, which is really nice. Helpful for saving your monsters, increases their attack more. This deck is a very battle-oriented deck, and it can increase monsters' attack points by crazy amounts. I activated 2 swords and a wing on a Ragged Gloves once, just to get over something that was annoying me, which kind of sucked. Now then, I'm playing 3 Phantom Knights of Shadow Veil. The original Phantom Knight, and a card that I really like. I don't know why, but I absolutely love these trap monsters that come back from the graveyard as monsters and stuff. It has 300 defense, 0 attack. Whenever it's activated as a trap card, you target a monster you control against 300 attack and defense. That's just really to get it in the graveyard. I wish this card was a spell, but it's nice being able to trap because you can do it during like the damage step during your opponent's, well, heck, even if it was a spell, if it was a quick play, you could. But anyways, it's a really nice trap card. Just being able to protect yourself, it saved my butt a few times. I generally do side it out during like game 2 and 3, generally speaking. I got side out 2 and keep the 1 just as a just in case, but for the most part, it's still a really good card. And then a card that I feel like more people could really play, and is just really good, especially considering the side deck things that you can side in with this deck. And that is Booby Trap E, as you can tell. Basically what this card does is you can, discard 1 card, set 1 continuous trap card from your hand or graveyard, you can activate it this turn. So basically, you activate this card, discard a Phantom Knight, set Phantom Fogblade from your graveyard, and you get to reuse it. Also, this can be used for other continuous trap cards as well. So stuff like Vanity's Emptiness, Imperial Iron Wall. I don't know why you'd play it in Phantom Knights, but it's just an option. Light Imprisoning Mirror, stuff like that. Anything that's a continuous trap card, you can get back. Heck, if Royal Oppression was out, or sorry, still, if it was back from ban list, it'd be really good with this card because, oh, your opponent MST'd it or you didn't pay the cost and it got destroyed. Okay, Booby Trap E it back. This card is just really good for any deck that plays a lot of continuous trap cards. I play 6 in the main deck, 3 of the Sword, 3 of the Fogblade, and I play a few in the side deck, so it's just really nice being able to get them back if they get destroyed. Now onto the extra deck. This deck has a lot of options, and I absolutely love it. I like decks that have a lot of options, and it's pretty cool. Now, first for the Xyz, I play 1 Super Quantal Mech Beast Grand Pulse. It's just a really good, it's a walking MST. Like, just a once per turn walking MST. If I played the blue layer, it could attack, it could do it during your player's turn. Also, believe it or not, but 2800 defense is kind of annoying for people to get over. Like, if you don't know what to go into first turn, and you don't have a Dante like me, you can just go into this thing and say, yeah, try and get over it. So, now then. One Livier to Sea Dragon. Really good card for going into stuff and just getting back stuff from the Banner Zone. I like it a lot. One Ghost Trick out of the card. I like this card a lot in this deck. He goes up by 1,000 if you use Ragged Gloves, and just being able to pop 2 face downs, well, 1 and then potentially 2 is really nice. 2 Break Sword. I only have 2. I pulled them out of my boxes that I forgot to bring my recording equipment for. I'm so sorry for that, guys. I forgot to bring my recording equipment whenever I bought my boxes, and I said screw it, I'm just gonna open them anyways. He's a really good card. He's a Scrap Dragon and it's as an Xyz, and if he dies by a battle or card effect, you can target 2 level 3, sorry, Phantom Knights with the same level. You can even bring out like 2 Fragile Armor, and they go up by 1 level. So like you bring out 2 level 3s, they go up to level 4. You bring out 2 level 4s, you go up to level 5. You hardly ever do it for the level 4s, but the level 3s you do it almost all the time. Very good card. You can actually target himself, blow himself up, and blow up another card your opponent controls, and then that'll trigger his effect Engrave, so you can go into another Xyz. It's just really nice. And then 1 number 47 Nightmare Shark. He can attack directly for 2,000. That's about all he's really good for. And that's it for the rank 3s. Now onto the rank 4s. I play 1 Abyss Dweller to simply stop out my opponent's card effects Engrave. 1 Steelstorm Roach, because if you use Ragged Gloves, he goes up to 2,900. And just being able to stop your opponent's synchro plays and certain pendulum plays, like if they try to pendulum summon Odd Eyes or other stuff, it's just really nice, just being able to stop that stuff. 1 Castel to get rid of my opponent's annoying cards. 1 Blade Armor Ninja, because generally speaking, when you're going to go into rank 4 in this deck, it's going to be a warrior. 1 Karagorgon, and then finally the boss monster of the deck, the technical boss monster of the deck at least, Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon. The sheer amount of attack power that you can give Dark Rebellion in this deck is insane. Okay, so if you summon him using Ragged Gloves, he jumps up to 3,500, and then if you use his effect, he gains even more attack power. And then if you use Phantom Knight's Wing, or if you use Phantom Knight's like a sword or anything on this guy, he jumps up even more. like you can almost do a 1 monster OTK if you increase his attack power enough. It's really silly, but he's a really good monster in this deck, and I like him a lot. I do play 3 Synchros. 1 High Speedroid Shimbara, just to go for more damage. 1 High Speedroid Kendama, just simply to go for any level 6. Generally speaking, whenever you're going to go for a Synchro in this deck, it's going to be off attacking the Borg's effect, so you're only going to be able to go to wins, which is kind of a bit of annoying, but hey, oh well. And then finally, 1 Clearwing Synchro Dragon, because he's arguably the best level 7 Synchro in the game right now, and I like him a lot. And he's also kind of my favorite Synchro. So guys, that is the deck. Tell me what you think of my 55 card Phantom Knight Speedroid deck. Please be constructive criticism about it. Don't just say it sucks because it's over 40 cards. That's all I really gotta say. Thank you all for watching. If you have any suggestions about it, please leave them in the comments below. Thank you all for watching. And by the way, I heard that we are getting the rest of the Phantom Knight stuff in the Premium Gold series, and oh my god, I can't wait, because then we can go with 60 card Phantom Knights. Yes, that works. So guys, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you guys later. Peace out.